Hi everyone, welcome to the Citizen channel and our match day program. Watch the home program watch special where we just have a flick through the City home programs. And today we've got our second Champions League program, of course, against Club Brugge or Bruges, whichever way you wanna look at it. Obviously, Club Brugge. So we're gonna have a look at that today and give our little views. No scores, just a little views of what's in it and if it's worth. Getting on and getting a copy to have a read. I think you usually are. I think you should subscribe to these anyway. There's only this and that thing up there, King of the Kipbacks. That I recommend hard copy. I know. There's a lot of football things out there, but obviously, if you want City stuff, these are the two things to get: the program and, of course, King of the Kipbacks. Right, we'll get on to this anyway. Manchester City versus Brugge, £3.50 for 84 pages. Of course, is great image there, of course, of Cancelo on the cover, doing quite well at the moment. It's getting good publicity, media-wise and fan-wise, isn't he? Yeah, so the usual thing about Pep, he talks about the Palace loss, of course, which wasn't great, was it? How happy he is at the club. We're all happy about that, Pep. And, of course, about Brugge and the Champions League, as you'd expect in a programme about Brugge. The interview this week is with Kyle Walker. Yeah, he talks about his first Champions League goal. He reminisces about his stint in goalkeeping, etc. And his early years, of course, at Sheffield United, which is nice. You know me, my history. I like a little bit of history. And he's very close. His sort of busy mate at City appears to be KDB, so that's nice to see. From the Kyle Walker fact file, they have some interesting facts, don't they? Just a little quick one to share with you. His favourite former Sheffield United player growing up, it's a guy I've heard of as well. Obviously, one of their bigger names at the time was Brian Deane. So there you go. He had obviously probably had images of Brian Deane on his wall, like we all had our heroes, didn't we? The club photographer talks about COVID, capturing images of around the ground. I've seen this before. It may have been in one of the digital magazines City do, but obviously images of the fans and obviously the changes during COVID of stuff outside the ground compared to what happened when the fans started returning as well. So that's an interesting piece, as I said. But I have read similar on that, and I don't think it was a previous program. It must have been the digital magazine I read that in. Buzzword again. He talks a bit about Brugge and the Champions League. I like a little bit more insight from Buzzer. I mean, he's got so much knowledge, hasn't he? But again, he's not asked to do that. He's not asked to do a history thing, is he? But that's what I'd like to see a bit more from Buzzer, to be honest with you, in that sort of section. But it is what it is, isn't it? Head to head, we have Diaz versus Glaswegian. Yeah, when he came on, Henry, when I saw him at the back for Brugge, Henry. Obviously, I thought, well, he's obviously not from Belgium, is he? But you never know. But it's Diaz versus Henry. Obviously, it's only based on 3 Champions League games, so the stats are not too overly exciting. But we do get to know a little bit about Henry as well and where he's played, etc., which is always nice, And it's quite interesting because he doesn't blind you with too much verbal. He just gets on with it and tells you some of the basics, which is nice sometimes, just to pick up and read for a minute or two. The Belgian connection features, well, you've got to have Vinny, haven't you? It features Vincent Kompany. Other Belgians connected with City include such luminaries as Dedrick Boyata, KDB, of course, Emile Mpenza and Daniel Van Boyten. Yeah, I've seen all of those guys in action, if that's what you can call it, action. But there you go. And a fantastic, great blast from the past feature, black and white images. I've obviously featured this game in some of my history vlogs, etc., of City versus Belgium opposition in the Cup Winners' Cup in the 69-70 season. This time it was SK Liège. Yes, so them images, I love those images. You know me and my black and white image. I love going back to my old programs and looking at the black and white photos. It's just very atmospheric, and I just enjoy looking at the old stands, the old Kipbacks, or the old main stand, Platt Lane, wherever. I just love looking at it. Interesting look at the group's corresponding features as well. So they look at Leipzig versus PSG. I like this. It's a 2-page thing, plenty of information, plenty of images. I do like that in the programme, actually. It actually looks at what's going on in the other group match, if you like. I think that's a nice feature. I do like that. Obviously, you can't do it for league matches. Of course you can't. But, you perhaps pick a team. Perhaps pick a one of your rivals, say Chelsea next time, just have a look what they're doing, just a little bit of information, because we're very City-fied, aren't we? I mean, I used to do a Premier League review show, so I used to watch a lot of the games, but now I do tend to just watch City and not much else, so I have to read up on things and find out things if I'm doing anything on it. So, yeah, just things like that might be nice in the league programme as well. But that's a nice feature in the Champions League programme, I must admit. A great Kevin Cummins piece, one of his better ones here, so I'm not always that interested in what he puts out there, but obviously of his time in Brugge, exploring, photographing the city, and the day after the game, I thought that was an excellent piece from Kevin. Well done, mate. I really enjoyed that this week. And of course, well, we get to Dr. Gary James, don't we? Good old Gary. A great piece again on the Cup Winners' Cup back in the 70-71 season. As I said, I cover these things myself, but obviously I don't have the insight that Gary has. He's got tons more information than I'll ever have, but he's probably lost stuff that more than I'll ever know. But yeah, he has a great Cup Winners' Cup. Look at the Cup was cut back in 1970-71 season, a very disappointing season in the end. Obviously, I've just covered that in a recent history vlog I've done. And the replaying Copenhagen, that probably should never have been, because obviously there was a penalties rule at the time, but for some reason the referee finished the game and it ended up having to have a replay against Gornik at the time. Yeah, obviously they beat us at their place and we beat them at ours, but we were dead level on goals. So yeah, just a piece on that. A great piece, a great item. It really is. If you like your history, obviously anything by Gary James, whether it's his books or this piece in the magazine, is worthy of a read every time. And I do skip through some articles and sort of look, sort of quickly, but I never do that with Gary's articles. I find them very informative. Yeah, they have a little quiz. I just throw one at you now, don't I? Just throw a little quiz question. I'll give you the answer just at the end of this little vlog. Here we go. It is from the City quiz. This is from the magazine. City beat Loughran in 2003-2004. You may have been there in the UEFA Cup, but who knocked us out in the next round? So who knocked us out after we beat Loughran in 2003-2004? I forgot. I have no idea. But I'll give you the answer in a minute. X has Robbie Fowler. I've got a lot of time for Robbie Fowler. He is what he is, isn't he? He was obviously talking about Europe, obviously his experience, and obviously from where he's been, his time at City. I always found he's been quite complimentary. Our Champions League prospects and more. So that's a nice. I enjoyed that as well from Robbie Fowler this week. It's quite a good one this week. Perhaps I was more involved in the reading this week than some other weeks in the magazine. You've got a little thing, a chance to win Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds box set. It's nice to have these little competitions every now and then, and obviously it's Noel Gallagher, so that's of interest. So you get the magazine to find out how to win it, but there's a chance for that. And of course, we get the usual under 18 EDS stuff, etc., and the women's football, etc. In the magazine. You just get a couple of pages each. And what's in a name? We always have a bit of fun with this, don't we? What's in a name? Cole Palmer. The dodgy link for this week, where it sort of takes a letter and it's sort of a bit of a weird link in, but obviously he's connected with the player. It's just a way of linking the letters in the name, isn't it? But it's just a way of giving you facts. But obviously some of the links are a little bit dodgy, as we say. So we've got R this time. So if you take the R in the last letter of his name, Cole Palmer, with the R. R is for recipe. There you go. There's a dubious link to beginning with, but it does carry on from there. Developing young talent like Cole is like being a chef, says Pep. You cannot cook a good dish if you don't spend time in the kitchen. Yeah, Pep going all seagulls and Cantona there. We're not quite as bad as that, but there you go. R for recipe. There's your dodgy link for the week anyway in the Cole Palmer What's in a Name feature. So there you go. Good magazine. I liked it this week. Probably say I usually flick through it in 15-20 minutes. This might have took me 25-30 minutes to read a couple of bits and bobs, as I said, because the highlights for it, of course, were a lot of it is very good. But the Kevin Cummins things I thought was very interesting. I enjoyed looking at the pictures and reading his little piece on Brugge. And Gary James, of course. I mean, I can't say, it's every week and I'm like a stuck record, but of course, Gary James and the Fowler article, I like that as well. And Walker, I mean, Carl, yeah, I mean, it's full of good stuff this week. So, yeah, a good 25-30 minutes read. All right, it's Right, so that's what you want. You can just pick it up and read. And this is the thing about this: you don't have to concentrate like a novel where you have to sort of get involved. You can just have it on the side, and you wait for your favourite program to start on TV. You just read 5 or 10 minutes. Just read one of the articles, and then obviously you read through it all, and then get on to the next one because there's always another one coming along, like buses, isn't it? But there you go. And the quiz question, there we go. City beat Lochran in 2003-2004. Who knocked us out? Yeah, it was, of course, Groklin Grodzisk from Poland. So Groklin Grodzisk kicked us out in the next round. There you go. Did you get that right? No points, just a bit of fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let me know if you get these programs, what you think, and what do you look forward to? As I say, I always look forward to Gary James, of course I do, but is there anything you always look forward to? Is it Pep's words? If it's Pep's words of inspiration, perhaps, which not one of my favourite. I mean, I'd like to learn more about Pep, to be honest with you, and my little quibbles with these programs. But it is a program. It's not a magazine. At the end of the day, it's not a sort of what's the word, investigative journalism at its best, is it? But the same with Mike Summerby. I want to see a little bit more of Mike Summerby, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. What are we going to do rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we'll be here again on the Citizen channel. Well, have a look, please. If you want to have a rest from football, I'm just recording this before another international break. If you want to have a rest from football, please check out my film and TV channel. I try and inform and entertain on there of what's on telly and at the pictures, etc., DVD. So have a look at that if you get a chance. That'd be great. And give us a like on there. I get lots of likes on my City stuff, but I could do with a few more on the film and TV channel, guys. So get on, watch a couple of things, give us a like. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Anyway, if it's not on there, you want to come back on here and watch me, I'll see you all again very soon. And I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, please. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.